Our goal today is to share with you 5 tips you should consider very important if your goal is to learn how to salsa dance.
Tip number 1, go social dancing. For me, the first time I saw salsa dancing was on television. It was a dance competition. And I thought, ooh, that looks fun. I want to try and do that. I go to a salsa dance social, totally different. Totally different. So I encourage you to go because then you'll get to experience the energy of the club, the energy of the people, the smiling faces, people asking each other to dance, improvising on the dance floor. That's really what it's all about.
If you're trying to figure out where to go salsa dancing, it happens in many places. Clubs, dance studios, restaurants, and sometimes even outdoors. Here in San Diego, for example, we have 2 venues, one that happens at the beach and another one at a community park. Now, you don't need a partner to attend any of these events, and always remember that they always offer a complimentary class for you to give it a try. Next tip is going to be listen to salsa music as much as possible. Because the number one complaint we get from students is like, I don't understand it. There's so many layers on top of each other. It's hard for me to understand the tempo. So the first thing you want to do is listen to salsa when you go to the club, listen to the salsa when you go to work, listen to salsa when you go to the gym, and really dive into this music so that when you walk into a club, you'll be able to say, oh, that's a salsa song. If you're, for example, a musician or you just want to learn more about the rhythms of salsa, then we've included a playlist below that was created by our good friend Rojo, and it really goes in depth as far as giving you an audio visual of the different rhythms of salsa, particularly the percussion ones, which are the ones that really help you understand the tempo.
Another thing that can help too is if you just look for live salsa concerts online, and then you can really see the rhythms being played by the instruments, and that really helped me to connect the dots as well, as far as, oh, that rhythm is being played by that instrument, now I can understand better. Tip number 3, learn the basics. It can be really tempting when you want to learn a new skill to want to do the stuff that inspired you to learn that skill in the first place. And that stuff tends to be the advanced stuff. So we encourage you not to skip out on the basics because the basics are your basic building blocks. It's your foundation for which you're going to build to get to the advanced stuff.
And when we say basics, there's different components of basics when we talk about social dance. There's the basics of the footwork. There's the basics of connection and partner dancing. Then, like we mentioned earlier, the basics of understanding the music. And lastly, the fundamentals of social etiquette. What are the unspoken rules for social dancing salsa?
And some of these things you can learn in an introduction to salsa class, and online. We actually have a playlist of the core basic steps on our channel. And you can learn it if you live in a city that has salsa dance classes. You can take group classes, you can take private lessons. So there's a lot of options for you to learn the basics.
The next tip we would like to give you is practice, practice, practice.
Yep.
I mean, like Erica mentioned earlier, salsa is a skill. And the only way you get good at any skill is to practice it. It requires time and hours for you to get that muscle memory that allows you to effortlessly move on the dance floor.
Yeah, definitely. I don't always understand the move the first time, especially when I was just starting out. So don't expect that you're going to get it the first time. It definitely takes time, repetition, doing it over and over again. That's what helps you build the muscle memory.
But don't give up. If you see a baby, they fall on their first step, but they don't just stop. They keep going, and here they are now walking like we are. Lastly, also practice time. A lot of people get really down. Oh, I don't have an hour to practice. There's too much in my schedule. 5 minutes a day, pick a song and dance it, and that's practice.
And finally, tip number 5, enjoy the journey.
That's very true. Because nowadays, I think the number one question we always get is, how long until I get good?
How long until I get good?
But remember that any skill is a process. It's a journey that comes with going out and trying that skill until you get good at it and then you feel confident. The good news is that salsa is a skill that gets you out to meet people, make friends, even romantic relationships. And it's just very cool to be able to go anywhere around the world and that you could dance salsa even though you don't speak that language. So you just know it's gonna come with a lot of mistakes. You're gonna bump people, you're gonna hit people, but we all make those mistakes. Just embrace them and enjoy the journey.
I definitely made my share of mistakes. When I was first starting out, I remember I misinterpreted a hair comb for a turn, and bam, I hit the guy right in the nose. I felt so bad. I actually wanted to get off the dance floor. I tried to drag him off with me, but he encouraged me to stay on the dance floor. We finished the song together, and that was a really encouraging moment for me. And it was something I learned was to stick with it, and I did, and here I am today, and I absolutely love salsa dancing.
For me, I've had sometimes even bad moments where someone told me I was doing it wrong, I was offbeat, And just know that those people will be out there. They're everywhere. They're at church, they're at the bank, they're at the supermarket. You can't avoid them. But you don't let those people ruin your journey. And just know that there's also friends there that are going to help you and keep you encouraged, just like they encouraged me all those times that I wanted to quit, which were like 5 times. And here we are today, and we're professional salsa dancers. So if we could do it, you could do it.
And that's our 5 tips to help you get started learning how to salsa dance.
Now, you don't have to do these in the same exact order in which we laid them out. Just choose one, have fun, and make it happen. We hope to see you one day on the dance floor.